All right, so we have the Fuji single speed all set up, and we're gonna go take it on a little ride. All right, so it's been rainy and wet for the last almost forever now. And today it's finally getting sunny. The weather's not absolutely horrible. And so we're able to take this bad boy out for a little spin. So I picked this bike up a couple weeks ago before the big snowstorm that blew through. And it is a Fuji Steel Sports 12, sometime from the 80s. The last owner had converted it to a single speed, which is quite nice. I've ridden it a few times, just really trying to tune it in. I've had a lot of hiccups just getting it going. You know, my stem was a little loose, my alignment's not great. It still is not amazing, but that's just been kind of the problem that I've been facing with this bike so far, is just getting it all set up correctly. But now I think mostly everything is dialed in, and we should be able to take this on quite a longer ride. I don't have much in the way of a plan. Probably just gonna ride the West Side Highway, test out how this goes now on some elevation, give it a little bit of push, and then maybe try to do the full West Side Highway down to Battery Park. With the way the weather's looking, everyone's out. All right, let's try this climb out. So, even though it's a single speed, climbing's not been too hard. This thing is significantly lighter than my mountain bike, so I don't really have a problem too much. What was happening yesterday is that as I was pushing on the bike, my stem was kind of loose, or it had gotten loose over the course of the ride, and so every time I would push down, my alignment would just twist, and I ended up pretty much riding sideways. Hopefully I fixed that last night, and then we can move on to actually putting down some power today. So this is my very first second bike. I've always just used to ride the same bike over and over again for everything. I don't really have a good reason for why I have this bike. Obviously it's a lot lighter, it's significantly lower maintenance given this is single speed, but historically I've always just commuted on the mountain bike. I've done everything on the mountain bike. And aside from this just being significantly faster and lighter, I don't know why I would have it, but it's a good change of pace, and I'm happy that I have it. Never hurts to have an extra bike in the repertoire. Let's look at this boat. But today's mostly just a shakedown. I want to see how I perform on this bike. I'm gonna see if I can tackle some climbing. I have no idea what the actual purpose of this bike would be. It's beautiful. I really love the look of it. It's this sort of raw steel, very old school looking, and I really like it. Obviously the bars are a little tight. I can't really hold too much on it. But that's the point, right? I'm not sure how this will actually fit into my life. I am definitely overdressed for today. I'm overheating in this thing. I gotta make a stop soon and then take this jacket off. This little segment of this part of the trail is some of my favorite because the bike lane splits off from the main pedestrian pathway, and we got some runners on the bike lane, but that's okay. It's nice and quiet. We're next to the railroad track, so sometimes you get to see the Amtrak fly through. All right, this is not on my plan, but we're coming up on this hill climb up to the top of the G-Dub bridge. I'm gonna send it, see how far I can get. Just gotta get some speed right here. Let's see if I can make it up there on the single speed. This is really gonna be my first big climb ever. All right, I'm standing up now. This thing got heavy really fast, but I'm almost up there. Oh man, made it here. All right. I did not have enough speed coming up this thing. Oh, that's over. Oh. Definitely could use some gears. Now I know my limits. Well, let's watch this downhill, and then I'll stop, take my jacket off, and talk you through so far what I've done, I guess, with this thing. Definitely don't have the confidence to just send this like I did with my other bike. This is a old Fuji. Sports 12 is the original model, I assume. Used to be a 12 speed, obviously, as the name implies, but then somebody converted it to a single speed. I've been riding it for a while. About 3 weeks now, I would say I've had it. And it's been great. It's been super light. Obviously, I could not get up that hill, which was a bit of a problem. But I think as I'm putting this through its paces, I'm really understanding what the actual purpose of this bike is for me. Obviously on the flats it's amazing. Anything that has any semblance of hills, anything that I would be using regular gearing for that I can't just stand up and power through on this drivetrain, I probably need my other bike. There's definitely some work I need to do to it to really make it more optimal, but it's overall been pretty great. I mean, I'm having a good time with this thing. I don't think that you should go and buy multiple bikes without a clear idea of why you're getting those bikes. This bike is so different from what I'm normally riding that I feel like I kind of got away with it. But if I had started with a road bike that had gears, I probably wouldn't have gotten this outside of just spending money for fun. We love consumer debt. Don't go into debt for a bike. That's a terrible idea. Somebody's car is farting on the G-Dub. But I think overall it's been a great ride, and I've been having a lot of fun with it, and that's what matters. But I think I'm figuring it out. I'll keep you guys updated in terms of how I end up actually splitting this. I'm thinking about maybe recording something later down the line of how I split my time between the two bikes. You know, whether it was worth the cost, if I think I should get rid of one. One gripe about the DJI mount, this is not fully magnetic. There's like 2 clips here. So getting this thing on and off is kind of a hassle. I screwed it up here too. There we go. So it's kind of hard to get it on and off. Roadie alert. Look, Ma, no hands. Dude, it is so windy. Also, my helmet's all weird. It's so windy today. But only this direction. I don't like this park. I'll stop at the next one. There's a train here though. I'll show you this cool thing. All right, I'm thinking about stopping near the Intrepid. It would be cool. Get past that guy. It's a lot of traffic today. It's a lovely day out. Comfortability wise, this thing is not that comfortable. I really wish I could stretch out more, be more upright for most of it, but it's fine. I'm learning, putting it through its paces. It's kind of not easy to hold this camera while I'm riding this bike. Well, I'm learning how to do it now, but it's kind of hard. A ton of traffic. There's no one coming my direction though for some reason. It's weird. While we're in the drops, we're gonna put up some pace. Let's see how this goes. Oh, we're flying now. I can finally catch roadies, dude. There's some dude on an e-bike crashing out behind me. I don't know what's going on. We're at Battery Park, but it's always under construction, so nothing to see here. So, would you rather have that or that? I would take that one. Lower maintenance. And people stare at that shit all the time outside and sit on it. Sucks. Look at that beauty. Oh, look at that dirt. We've done 18 miles. This is way harder to ride because there's no gears, obviously. I dropped my AirPod. 1 second, please. Okay, so we're at right next to Battery Park. Battery Park is closed for construction. You can still get through to the ferry and all that stuff, but I don't care. Everywhere I stop, it's just full of people. There's nowhere to go to avoid people. Definitely, yes. I'll probably make some time to do that. That'd be cool. As the weather gets better. I think I understand a little bit more about how to separate my bike usage too now. So this thing is a lot harder to be comfortable long distances in. Like even with this ride, we're at 18 miles. It's kind of tiring to sit on here. My mountain bike is way more comfortable for this type of stuff, surprisingly, because it is a mountain bike. But also my goal really isn't ever to just non-stop rip, so that's false.